guys, this is the video I'm going to be calling A New Beginning. Welcome to the channel if you haven't already seen me through other channels, but on this channel we're going to be focusing on goals, we're going to be focused on tips, we're going to be focusing on lifestyles, we're going to be focused on consistency with our vlogs, we're going to be focused on dedication, and we're going to be focused on staying focused practically. My goal for this channel in particular is 1,000 subscribers as a beginning, the very beginning to everything. Let's start with the video. So something I like to do in my free time or whenever I feel like I'm starting something new, a new goal, anything in particular, but this is going to be one of the bigger ones, at least for me. So what I like to do is I like to write down what I'm doing. It keeps me focused. It keeps me it gives me an idea of what I'm doing. It gives me a game plan, and I like to be very detailed with my writing. So I like to share that with y'all today. I got no makeup on today, guys. So you're going to start with your first page. Your first page is going to be goals. Those are going to be the things that you do that are going to help you focus on yourself and be better and feel more confident in your own body. Here are my goals: weight loss, self-improvement, mental health, and academics. How are you going to achieve your goals? Focus, dedication, and hard work. Something else that's important in achieving your goals is also harmony. Harmony for me is like focusing on yourself, not letting anyone get to you, not letting someone ruin your day. You just avoid confrontation. Avoid this, avoid that, avoid temptation, and avoid confrontation. Those are my main two things. So we're going to start with my first goal being weight loss. Here are the things that I'm going to do, which is what you should be writing down for each of your goals. Things I'm going to do to reach my goal. Like some things I'm going to do is I'm going to be avoiding sugars and artificial sugar. I'm going to be staying under 1,400 calories, which I'm going to be tracking my calories, and I'm going to be drinking plenty of water every single day to make sure that I'm, of course, staying healthy and I'm trying to detoxify anything that's inside of my body. And on top of that, stay hydrated. Now, you might be asking, what else am I going to do? Am I just going to be sticking to a diet? I mean, you can stick to a diet if you want to lose weight, but I'm going to be purposely trying to do exercise, a little exercise I'm able to do throughout the day. Like, for example, I'm going to walk 10,000 steps per day, which I started today, but I'll be vlogging tomorrow. I'm going to be doing 30 minutes of hardcore workouts per week, 3 times a week at that. And then I'm going to be doing 15 minutes of strength training, which is 3 times per week as well. Now are the things that I find necessary. In order to help myself, when I say I mean necessary, in order to help myself remember and stick to the goal, I'm going to be counting my calories. I'm going to be tracking high points in my workouts, like the max of what I can do. Like, for example, if I'm doing push-ups, the max amount of push-ups I can do, the max amount of sit-ups I can do, stuff like that. And then that's also part of the fitness gram pacer test, which I wrote that down as well to make sure I'm being specific on what I'm doing to track that. So the fitness gram pacer test I will be doing once every 2 weeks, and the starting point is again going to be tomorrow, which is the first time I vlog on this account. Not just for me, but for everyone in every process I can possibly think of, mental health plays a big factor in a lot of things. So what I like to do is I like to write affirmations, and I like to write things to myself to make sure that I'm staying focused, make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, make sure that I'm not dibbling and dabbling in anything I'm not supposed to be doing. Like, it's a lot of different things that play into that. But you just got to make sure, like I said, you're working on yourself. And when I say you're working on yourself, I don't mean trying to be in a relationship, trying to have somebody else always on your side, always wanting to go somewhere. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with always wanting to go somewhere. Some people want freedom. Some people like being outside. And yes, being outside, hanging out with your friends, that's good for your mental health. But you always got to make sure you're staying true to yourself. So out of all this, one thing I can say is I'm a person who's always struggled with my mental health in various ways, shape, or forms. I've had quite a bit of things go on in my life that have caused me to be a certain way, and I'm not going to say that's a wrong way to word it. They've not caused me to be a certain way. I chose a different route than some people would choose. Some people would have chose a worse route than me, but I chose a different route that wasn't the best route. And I would get very upset very easily. I wasn't working on myself. I wasn't putting attention into my mental health. I was just going with the flow, doing whatever I thought was okay at the time. And honestly, I didn't think half the stuff was okay. But I was like, okay, I'm going to get away with it. It's not okay to have the I'm going to get away with it mindset, so I might as well do it. You got to remember, that's still on your conscious. That's still affecting you. And the things you're doing could possibly still be affecting others. And regardless to everything, at the end of the day, you're still who you are. Maybe the choices you make, you may feel at the time, that's who I am, as simple as that. And yes, you're still who you are, like I said, but you're able to fix certain aspects about yourself without changing yourself too much. You don't have to change your personality to make other people like you. You don't have to change anything about yourself to make other people like you. But you should change the parts of yourself that are going to get you in dangerous situations or in more trouble than you have to be in. Like, for example, if you want to go hang out with your friends, y'all know you aren't supposed to be doing something, you are doing something that you aren't supposed to be doing. That's just take time to think about it, and just maybe don't do it. It makes a lot more sense to say no to certain things. Some people still choose to do it, some people don't, but I'm one of those people who I used to always choose to do it. If my friends wanted to go smoke, I'd go do it. If my friends wanted to go do this, I'd go do it. But it didn't just apply to that type of situation in my life. If someone says something to me, and that's why I bring up so much, don't let anybody take you to the point where you're going to get upset or you're going to get mad, or don't let anybody take you there in simple terms. Don't let anything anybody says affect you. Don't let anything anybody says bother you. Just remember, you're doing the best you can. And if you're listening to what I'm saying, you'll know that you're doing the best you can. If you're following what I'm saying, you'll know that you're doing the best you can. I know that I'm doing the best I can. So when people say something to or about me, any sort of hate I get, any sort of disrespect I get, I don't really play into it as much as I used to. Like, for example, when I was younger, anytime anyone said anything to me, if someone looked at me the wrong way, I was very insecure about myself. I still am very insecure about myself, and I'm able to take accountability for that. But anytime anyone said anything to me, someone could breathe the wrong way, and I'd get extremely mad because I always felt like it was about me. And this isn't in a mean way or a wrong way. It's not always about you. You may feel that this person looked at you and they whispered one day, and you're like, okay, so this person wants to do this person wants to do that, or in some terms, this person wants to be a bitch. It doesn't matter, because it's not always about you. It's never always about you. It never will always be about you. But certain aspects, I'm like, sure, you can get mad one day. Like, if someone says something about your mom, obviously you're gonna get mad. That may not apply to you, but obviously you're gonna get mad. But the best way I can word it is try not to react. Try to use your second thought. Don't go with the first thought that comes across your mind. Go with the second. And the second's usually like, what are the consequences of my actions? How is this going to play out for me? What if this happens? What if that happens? That's always the second thought. So what you want to do is you want to try and go with the second thought rather than going with the first thing that comes across your mind, because that's what we call impulse. That's an impulsive decision. And I used to make very impulsive decisions. Like I said, if my friends want to go do something, I'd go do it. If I want to get into a fight, I'm going to go do it. Because at the end of the day, I feel like that's me. That's who I am. I'm not going to change. It was a pride. Pride is not a very good thing. Pride is a sin. If you have too much pride, you can be happy with what you do without being too prideful. If you're prideful, I can't even get into that. I can't even explain that the proper way, but put your pride aside. That's all I gotta say. Put your pride aside, and once you put your pride aside for a lot of things, you'll realize that it helps you a lot more. You may not like it at first, but you'll realize in the end, you're really winning. Whoever you're talking to or whatever you're going through, whatever it is, it may be losing. You may be losing. You may be losing as simple as one battle, but you're still winning the war. And that's okay. Losing one battle and you win the war, you still win at the end of the day. So those are just my opinions, my tips. But that's the end of this video. I'll be back tomorrow, and nice meeting y'all, nice seeing y'all, and I'll be posting a lot more frequently now.